economy has bounced back from the worldwide financial crisis and is once again moving full steam ahead with weighty consequences for the environment. The most populous nation on Earth already produces more CO2 than any other country. This volume is set to rise. But large parts of China are still poor and underdeveloped. 700 million Chinese can still only dream of owning a refrigerator or a car, consumer goods that most Beijing residents, not to mention Europeans, take for granted. While emissions continue to rise, more efforts are also being made to curb the problem. The futuristic headquarters of Hemin in the eastern Chinese province of Shandong are proof of that. China's biggest solar company symbolizes a change in thinking, according to Huang Ming. He used to work in the oil industry, but 14 years ago he set up Hemin.
In Germany, the government promotes the use of solar energy. It's different in China. We may be a bit behind, but it's the economy here, profit, that moves things on. There are already 5,000 solar manufacturers in China, and they're all forcing the pace.
People here in Solar Valley closely followed events at the World Climate Summit in Copenhagen last year. Huang even attended.
Why? Because climate protection results in more profit. That's reason enough to push for higher targets to reduce greenhouse gases.
Profit and concern for the environment are the driving factors behind the green revolution in China, according to Huang Ming. His group now employs 8,000 people. It sells 90% of its products on the Chinese market. They end up in cities like Rizhao, also located in Shandong province on China's east coast. No one asked the city's 3 million inhabitants what they thought. The authorities simply ordered the solar water heating panels and had them installed. The process was first set in motion 20 years ago, for the simple reason that solar power was cheaper than conventional forms of energy. When the units were first installed, this Rizal resident admits she was wary. She saw the investment, the equivalent of 250 euros, as a form of taxation. Now, 10 years on, she sees things differently.
Since then, I haven't paid anything, and I always have warm water, even on cloudy days when the sun doesn't shine. In the past, I had to heat water on the stove. That was impractical and a lot more expensive in the long run.
Civic officials such as Mayor Zhao Xiaowei are also profiting from the boom in solar energy. They stand to be rewarded for their green achievements. Zhao's predecessor, who turned Rizhao into a solar city, is now vice governor of Shandong province.
A clean environment makes a city attractive to residents and investors, and it decides their future. That's why I think that climate protection makes us more competitive. It has become pivotal to economic development.
The mayor has even more ambitious plans to turn Rizhao into the first zero-emission city in China. While Rizhao is hardly typical, no country is currently investing more money in sustainable energy than China. Back in Dezhou, Huang Ming is planning his next coup, a university for solar technology with a gigantic conference center, stately homes for the teaching staff, and apartments for students. It's a truly far-sighted project. It may all sound far-fetched, but in China things are different.
Up to now, we've only provided 20% of the urban population with solar panels. That's just a small portion of China. That leaves 80% of urban dwellers and a huge rural population of 700 million people. We could sell our technology to them. That's a huge market potential.
But even if solar energy is already lighting up the night skies here, China is far from being an environmentally friendly country, and Beijing is unwilling to allow international inspectors to monitor its emission levels.